And we'll begin our first shape for today. So we want to stimulate the blood just a little bit before we put the body in traction. So let's take your block. So hopefully if you're in home practice that you've purchased a few items for your yoga practice. So a block is really helpful, even 2 blocks. So if you don't have a block, any something you might have around your house, a blanket or a pillow you could use as well. So 1 block or 2 blocks, and they all have different heights. So you'll decide what you need depending on your range of motion. So we'll just do an easy twist for the spine to stimulate the blood and get the prana moving. Let's bring the fingertips out to the side. Lift out of your heart, long spine. We want to keep that channel open in the full length of the spine. Take a deep breath in, arms reach to the sky. And exhale, right hand to your left knee for a gentle twist to the left. Heart lifts, relax your shoulders away from your ears. And gaze inwardly towards your left shoulder. Or you can relax your neck wherever it wants to be. Release and reach. Deep breath. And exhale, left hand to right knee. Gentle twist. Deep breath. We're still engaging the diaphragmatic breathing. Really expanding your lungs as best you can. And long exhale. Deep breath in. Reach for the sky. Long spine. So we're going to hinge forward at the hip crease. So your first stop might be the pads of your hands. And here you're just going to check out the space that you have right now in and around your hip joint. If here is where you meet your resistance, then here is where you want to stop and reconnect to your breath. If you have a little more space, then walk it down to your forearms. Good. Even more space, you might rest your forehead on a block. So it really depends on where you meet your resistance. Good. So Robert has stopped in a different variation than where I might end up. And that just means that I might have a little more space around my hip joint. And that isn't better, or there's no, we're just at different places. So in our body, and our bones are made differently. So how the bone is shaped as it connects into the socket is different for each of us. And that does limit range of motion, even if you aren't tense in that area. So that's really important to remember. Deep breath in, rise up, walk the hands in, reach behind you, fingertips away. Inhale, heart lifts. And exhale from your mouth. Roll back onto your sit bones and switch the cross of your feet, left leg in front. Fingertips reach out. Inhale to the sky, long spine, and exhale, left hand to right knee. Gentle twist. Relax your shoulders down. Deep breath. Release and reach. And exhale, right hand to left knee. Stay connected to your inhale, your exhale. Release and reach. Deep breath. Hinging forward, let your heart lead the way. Land on the pads of your hands. Check it out, how much space you have, and just continue to exhale into it. maybe landing on your forearms, on your forehead. A few deep breaths here. Stay with it. Deep breath in, walk the hands in, reach behind you, fingertips away. Inhale, lift the heart. And exhale, switch the cross of your feet. Right leg comes back in front. And now we're gonna open it up, legs wide. So this is important to notice as well. With legs wide, we're all gonna have a different range that they're open, and it's really important. So Robert's sitting on a blanket. That's really helpful to give him a little more space in the base of his spine and in around his hip joints. He could, although it doesn't look that way right now, you could put a blanket under your knees if you're feeling some hyperextension around the knee joint. It's not required. So if you're feeling that, then just put a little support under the knees. So let's bring our block or blocks out to the front. Good. And just as a reminder, we have many different heights, or 3 different heights for your blocks. So you'll know you can adjust those as you need to. Bring the fingertips out to the front, lift out of your heart space, eyes closed down, and we're just gonna begin a little rocking motion, forward and back. We're communicating to our soft tissue that we're continuing movement, and we're gonna take it a little deeper this time. Diaphragmatic breathing. Nourish your body, nourish your mind with that deep breath. Just a slow rocking motion. And inhale back to the center. And we're gonna exhale over your left leg, over the feminine side. So do your best to exhale your heart over the left leg. Relax your knee, relax the muscle in the quadricep, the hamstring. And inhale back to center and exhale over the right leg. And just continue that motion. Find a rhythm that feels good. Always want our breath to be that teacher, to be that guru that guides us in the movement. Good, just a few more. Last one. And come back to center. And now we're gonna exhale down the midline. So reach for the sky, hinging at our hip crease, not at the midline. Exhale, coming forward, landing on the pads of your hands. Check it out. We wanna bring our awareness to the sit bones. Make sure they're both grounded to the mat and the base of the spine. Eyes closed down. Breathe your way into it. Meet your resistance wherever you are. So we just want to honor that space around where we're feeling that greatest tension. So we'll be here for 1.5 minutes longer. Good. So maybe flex your toes towards you. Yeah, great. So again, when we're doing forward folds like this, we often tend to unconsciously engage the quadricep and the hamstring. So on incremental levels, you just give yourself permission to let go of that grip, let go of that constriction around the hamstrings and the quadricep. The release happens on the exhalation. Sometimes we're just not aware how much we're holding. And on a deeper level, we can consciously let go. We just continue to set that intention. For 30 seconds. Relax into your breath. Allowing for a release wherever it needs to be, it will happen. And now a deep breath in. We're going to walk the hands in. And exhale. Bring the hands to the backs of the legs. Draw the knees up and in. And we're going to make our way into the next shape. And you won't need a prop for this shape. And I'm going to have Robert demonstrate. So you're going to make your way all the way down to your spine. So the next shape is called Banana Asana, one of my favorite shapes in the Yin practice. And this works with the lateral line of the body. So bringing the spine all the way down to the mat. Good. Now bring your right hip to the right edge of your mat.
Wait, what's that?
Just scoot your body over to the right side, yes. And now bring your feet to the bottom left corner of the mat. So you're going to create the shape of a banana with your body. Shimmy your shoulders over to the top left corner. They would be in alignment with your feet. And now arms reach up overhead. Good. And now we're gonna, so before we cross the wrists and the ankles, we wanna make sure that both sit bones are grounded onto the mat. So sometimes we have to shimmy the hips just a little bit to get them both grounded. Sometimes we see this right hip rise up. If you're sensing or feeling that, then just do a little shimmy on your hips. And once you have that all worked out and organized, your right ankle crosses over your left. Your right wrist crosses over your left. Now the body is organized. Reconnect to your deep breath, diaphragmatic breathing. So we're working on lateral lines of fascia down the side body. There are two bands of fascia, primary bands of fascia that run down each side of the body, and they wrap under the shoulder joint in and around the hip joint and in support of our knee joint as well. So it's really helpful to provide some nourishment and support for these fascial lines on the side body. Just dropping into a meditative state of mind, neutral mind, deep breath. Also good for the psoas muscle and the sciatic nerve, that life nerve, supports our system. Noticing any fluctuations, changes that occur on a deep level as we hold the posture for a length of time. That's where the nectar begins to move and stimulate our body, is through traction, through length of time and breath. "30 seconds. Stay with that deep belly breath. Listening, noticing. On your next deep inhale, begin to unwind. Draw the feet in and bring the body back to center. Take your time. And then you're going to reorganize and begin creating that banana shape on the other side. So the left hip comes to the far left side of the mat. Extend the feet out to the bottom right corner. Shimmy your shoulders just a little more, Robert, as best you can. Yep, good. So let's see you, Robert, maybe shimmy your hips so you can just demonstrate how you might fully bring both sit bones to the mat. So we want to feet, yes, great, good. So now the body's organized. Let's cross the left ankle over the right and the left wrist over the right. So again, we're just creating that expansion down the side body, just asking that fascia, those lateral lines, breathing in prana to create sukha, good space for the nervous system to operate as it's intended. So we want to breathe and expand. We're consciously asking our tissue to open. So any energy that might be blocked or stuck in the fascia, in and around the joint, the shoulder joint, might now have a little more access to release any toxins. It could be energetically, it could be matter. Now have a little more space to release. Deep breath. Just allow our thinking mind to relax. Let your breath be the single point of focus.